Some time later, God tested Abraham. He called to him, "Abraham," and Abraham answered, "Yes, here I am." "Take your son," God said, "your only son Isaac, whom you love so much, and go to the land of Moriah. There on a mountain I will show you. Offer him as a sacrifice to me." Early the next morning, Abraham cut some wood for the sacrifice, loaded his donkey, and took Isaac and 2 servants with him. They started out for the place that God had told him about. On the 3rd day, Abraham saw the place in the distance. Then he said to the servants, "Stay here with the donkey. The boy and I will go over there and worship, and then we will come back to you." Abraham made Isaac carry the wood for the sacrifice, and he himself carried a knife and live coals for starting the fire. As they walked along together, Abraham spoke up. "Father." He answered, "Yes, my son." Isaac asked, "I see that you have the coals and the wood, but where is the lamb for the sacrifice?" Abraham answered, "God himself will provide one." And the 2 of them walked on together. When they came to the place which God had told him about, Abraham built an altar and arranged the wood on it. He tied up his son and placed him on the altar on top of the wood. Then he picked up the knife to kill him. But the angel of the Lord called to him from heaven, "Abraham! Abraham!" He answered, "Yes, here I am." "Don't hurt the boy or do anything to him," he said. "Now I know that you will honor and obey God because you have not kept back your only son from me." Abraham looked around and saw a ram caught in a bush by its horns. He went and got it and offered it as a burnt offering instead of his son. Abraham named that place, "The Lord Provides." And even today people say, "On the Lord's mountain he provides." The angel of the Lord called to Abraham from heaven a 2nd time. "I make a vow by my own name," the Lord is speaking, "that I will richly bless you. Because you did this and did not keep back your only son from me, I promise that I will give you as many descendants as there are stars in the sky or grains of sand along the seashore. Your descendants will conquer their armies. All the nations will ask me to bless them as I have blessed your descendants, all because you obeyed my command." Abraham went back to his servant, and they went together to Beersheba, where Abraham settled. Some time later, Abraham learned that Milcah had borne 8 children to his brother Nahor: Uz, the firstborn, Buz, his brother, Chemel, the father of Aram, Chesed, Hazor, Pildash, Jediapah, and Bethuel. Rebekah's father, Milcah, bore these 8 sons to Nahor, Abraham's brother. Reumah, Nahor's concubine, bore Tebah, Gaham, Tahash, and Maachah. Sarah lived to be 127 years old. She died in Hebron in the land of Canaan, and Abraham mourned her death. He left the place where his wife's body was lying, went to the Hittites and said, "I am a foreigner living here among you. Sell me some land so I can bury my wife." They answered, "Listen to us, sir. We look upon you as a mighty leader. Bury your wife in the best grave that we have. Any of us would be glad to give you a grave, so that you can bury her." Then Abraham bowed low before them and said, "If you are willing to let me bury my wife here, please ask Ephron, son of Zohar, to sell me Machpelah cave, which is near the edge of this field. Ask him to sell it to me for its full price here in your presence, so that I can own it as a burial ground." Ephron himself was sitting with the other Hittites at the meeting place at the city gate. He answered in the hearing of everyone there, "Listen, sir, I will give you the whole field and the cave that is in it. Here in the presence of my own people I will give it to you so that you can bury your wife." But Abraham bowed before the Hittites and said to Ephron, so that everyone could hear, "May I ask you, please, to listen? I will buy the whole field. Accept my payment, and I will bury my wife there." Ephron answered, "Sir, land is worth only 400 pieces of silver. What is that between us? Bury your wife in it." Abraham agreed and weighed out the amount that Ephron had mentioned in the hearing of the people. 400 pieces of silver, according to the standard weights used by the merchants. That is how the property which had belonged to Ephron at Machpelah, east of Mamre, became Abraham's. It included the field, the cave which was in it, and all the trees in the field up to the edge of the property. It was recognized as Abraham's property by all the Hittites who were there at the meeting. Then Abraham buried his wife Sarah in that cave in the land of Canaan. So the field which had belonged to the Hittites, the cave in it became the property of Abraham for a burial ground.